Okay, we have our Acer tablet coming up, but I gotta show you something. Look at this. You can actually find the perfect dress in our dress shop right now on hsn.com. Are you looking for a great printed dress? Are you looking for a maxi dress? Whatever you are looking for, whether it's glamorous or romantic or chic, we have it right there on hsn.com, so you can actually shop by your personality. Right there on hsn.com. Okay, we're going to go ahead, and Mr. Aaron Berger is back. And Aaron, we have something that people are talking about because it's what they've been waiting for in a portable device. I mean, this is really, really the one that everybody's been saying, thought I would never get it. It's finally here. And we have a limited number of these available.
And it's our final airing. Can you believe that?
No way.
Yeah, this is our final airing, final scheduled airing of the day.
Yeah, because we have just about 1,000 of these.
It's right now. So most of them are gone already. Here's the deal. Here's what you're getting. First of all, we have not done an Acer Iconia tablet since October of last year. So, I mean, it's been almost 6 months since we've done one. This is the lowest price we have ever done on the 10-inch Acer tablet. It's a 10-inch multi-touch screen. There's lots of other things going on with it, too. It is the Acer brand, one of the best brands in the world, one of the top 2 computer brands in the world. It's got the 10-inch touchscreen. It's got a navigation system built into it. This is a huge deal. This is an Android tablet, and it's Android. This will update when you get it home and connect it to a Wi-Fi source. Okay, you got to listen to this because it's a big deal. It will update to Android 4.0, the latest Android operating system. We've only ever offered one other tablet, and it was at a more expensive price that would do that. So Android 4.0 is what it will update to. Of course, it has the internet built into it. It's Bluetooth enabled. It has an HDMI out. But the biggest deal with it being Android, 2 things that really make it very important relative to that pad that you buy in the mall. You know, the iGuy that you buy in the mall. And they're great pads, don't get me wrong, but you're going to be spending 2 or 3 times as much for those. And there's 2 things they don't do that this does that are hugely important. Number 1, this plays flash video. You'll see down here on my pad, we are playing live video right now. This is flash video playing live from hsn.com. If we were on an iGuy right now, you wouldn't be able to see that because we play everything in flash, as do most websites. iGuys don't have a relationship with flash. So this plays flash video. That's a really big deal. Number 2, this has upgradable memory as well. So while the iGuys have a certain amount of memory, and then if you put, you know, too many movies or too many applications or whatever on them, they're filled up and you have to delete in order to add anything more. They're full, I should say. This has expandable memory. It has an SD card slot. So while there's already 16 gigabytes of built-in memory, you can pop in up to a 32 gigabyte SD card and expand the memory, you know, for really for pennies on the dollar. So expandable memory, Android 4.0, the ability to play flash, one of the largest screens we have ever done. It might be the largest screen, definitely the lowest price we've ever done on an Acer that was a 10.1 inch screen. And the other thing, oh gosh, I can't believe I haven't said this yet. Not only is this a dual core processor, this has specifications that we usually talk about when we talk about computers. Not only does this have a dual core processor in it, watch this, I want y'all to see something on the pad. I think this is so cool. This also has the NVIDIA, look at that, is that gorgeous? This has the NVIDIA graphics chip in it too. The NVIDIA graphics card makes gaming, makes all of your user interface. One other thing I'll show you, for example, when you go to YouTube, because of course this has YouTube on it as well. I want you to see this, how this goes to YouTube. And this is all thanks to the NVIDIA and the fact that it's Android 4.0. Look how gorgeous that is. Have you ever seen another tablet have such a beautiful interface as this has?
Beautiful.
Really
and like
cool
you said,
stuff.
The screen size on this too, the 10.1 inch screen size. We also include almost $63 worth of apps along with this, which is great.
Absolutely. So $163 worth of apps. I'm just going to turn this one around for a minute. $163 worth of apps, one of which is Quick Office Pro. Quick Office Pro allows you to create, edit, and view your Microsoft Word documents, Excel documents, and PowerPoint documents. You can also look at PDFs. So that's a big deal. You're getting the tablet itself, the USB cable, the AC adapter, and then Quick Office Pro, as well as Britannica Concise Encyclopedia, Merriam-Webster, lots of different programs. And again, as I just said, with Quick Office Pro, you get Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, the ability to create, edit, and view those. If you bought all of those programs that we're including $163, nearly half the price of the tablet today.
Exactly. And we have this Unflex Pay. It's under $100 to get it home, but you got to remember, this is the final presentation for a reason. We simply don't have the quantity available. This is the tablet that a lot of you have been waiting on because you know and trust the name Acer. And you want something that's going to do what those other tablets that you're going to pay double and triple the price for will not do. You want something that plays flash video because most of the websites, including HSN.com that you go to, they use flash. This enables you to watch that live streaming video. This enables you to play flash videos. And I love the fact that you can always add more memory because it's awful to think about having a tablet where if you put too many things on it, then you have to start selecting what you want to delete because you put them on there for a reason.
Like choosing your favorite kid, right?
Exactly. You don't want to have to delete anything. With this, you don't have to because you can always continue to upgrade. And look at this one more time. Aaron's going to show us some pretty neat things about this.
There really are some very advanced and very cool things you can do here. So I'll start with the basics and then I'll get into the more complicated, more fun stuff. Number one, the reason people go for a pad, the reason people want to have a pad at all is so they can do the things on the go all the time that they would usually do on a computer. It's just that, and we'll take a look at this here in just a minute and we can take an overhead look. We'll be able to look at the internet, for example. So hopping on the internet, you press the browser button one time, boom, and you're online. I mean, instantly online. If you wanted to, for example, take a closer look at our gorgeous LG Today special, you would just give it a touch, and look, it automatically, very quickly navigates itself, moves itself to the Today special page where you can order right away. If you wanted to surf to a different page or use Google or something like that, there's always a full-size keyboard that's available to you as well, and the tablet knows when you want to get right to that keyboard. So that's very, very cool. I'm going to hop back and show you other things that you do all the time. Think about the things you do on your computer every single day. One of the things certainly that I do on my computer every single day is I get on my email. So you can hop on email on here very easily. There we go. There's my email. If you have an attachment in your email, just like your computer, you can view that attachment. This happens to be a picture, but if it were a Microsoft Word document or Excel document, because we're including that additional software exclusively here at HSN, you would be able to check out any of those things as well. You're able to open and view essentially any document that is sent to you. So the things you do all the time on your computer, but then some really cool things that you don't do on your computer all the time, because this has fabulous touchscreen capability. So when you want to look at your photos, look at that. This, by the way, has a camera built into it as well and a camcorder built into it. So you can take video with this. You can Skype with this. Another thing I haven't mentioned yet, which is a huge point, is that this has what used to be called Android Market. It is now called Google Play. That name has just changed literally in the past couple of days. Google Play is really the top place online where you can go to buy movies, games, applications, all those sort of things. It's the top marketplace for getting things online. So whether you're looking for, like, here's the top free applications. Look, Facebook for Android, free. Skype for Android, free. Angry Birds, free. Netflix, free. Pandora, free. And you can see there are literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of apps you can download. And Connie, that's one of the principal reasons that people go for Android, is because the app, there are so many, over 300,000 apps for every flavor, for every taste, for everybody's desire.
Yeah, I mean, if you love playing Angry Birds on your phone, think about how much you're going to love playing it on this big 10.1-inch screen, and you can do it for free. Not only that, I mean, this is really almost like a laptop replacement because it is dual core. It truly is like a laptop replacement because it's dual core, but better than a laptop, this weighs like 1.5 pounds. So, I mean, you're going to be able to throw this into your handbag. You're going to be able to carry this around effortlessly. And right now, Mr. Aaron, because there's a camcorder built in, he is actually making video of me talking right now. And you will be astonished at the quality of the video, too. Now, keep in mind, too, if you're making pictures on this, because this does have the camera built in, you could actually send it to that HP printer that we just had as well.
Absolutely. So
this is perfect. But I am telling you, this is the way to go. Do not end up paying more money for one of those iGuys, like Aaron said. I mean, because it's not going to do what this is going to do, and it's so much more expensive.
It really isn't. I mean, honestly, you know, not all pads are created equal. This is absolutely, for the price, this pad is out, for any price, frankly, this pad is out of this world. It does everything. It has the navigation chip built into it. It has Bluetooth built into it, Android Market. Don't forget, it's a dual-core processor with an NVIDIA graphics card. And that's why when you play your movies back, when you do any of your applications, when you multitask, whatever you do on this, It is fast. In fact, this is one of my favorite demonstrations to do. You can even talk to this, kind of like the iGuys have that, you know, that thing that you can talk to and ask questions. Well, it's the same here. One of the widgets that you can add, and it's so easy to add widgets. You can press and hold the keyboard to add a widget, or you can actually also go into, now with Android 4, you can go into your, this is where all of your applications are, but if you keep moving over from your applications, look, it pulls up all of these widgets that you can add as well, which is really cool. You can even download, I'm sorry, I should have mentioned this earlier, you can even download the Kindle application if you want to use this as an e-reader and have 1.8 million free books at your fingertips. But hang on, I was hopping back in here to show you guys. So this is the Google application that allows you to ask the tablet anything and get an answer. So check this out. How do I make a souffle? Because Connie might want a souffle tonight. You never know. Look, okay, so it says right there, how do I make a souffle? It's already answered the question. So I could read about how to make a souffle,
or you could watch a video.
Even better. Okay, and let's watch this video for a minute. It's even going to show me a video. I'm going to make that video full screen because I've got this huge 10-inch screen. So I'm thinking, how do I make a souffle? And it's going to tell me right here, well, Aaron, that's what your souffle is going to look like. But to start off, you're going to need some eggs, and you're going to need some butter, and you're going to need some nutmeg. And I always think, but it's really hard to separate egg yolks and egg whites, right? And it's like, nah, no problem. Let me show you how to do that. Keep watching. There you go. Shows you how to separate.
There you go.
And you can ask it anything. I've asked it, you know, how do you hang a picture? How do you hang a picture in drywall versus brick? You know, those sorts of things. It's really cool to have that.
He is such a good picture hanger.
Bill is a good picture hanger.
Honestly,
I can attest to that.
I gotta say, he is a good picture hanger. Okay, but seriously, folks, this, you can talk to it. And again, if you're saying, I want to know what to feed my pet duck, if I want to, you know, whatever, you talk to it. It's going to either show you a video or it will actually give you the information. Bottom line, when you think about all this can do, oh, and one thing we haven't even mentioned, it's also a GPS.
Which I have to show, but first I have to ask that question. Wait a minute.
What
do you feed a pet duck? Because you suggested it, and I don't know how in the world you thought about that, but it's a, yeah, there you go. It says right there, you feed it seeds. Brilliant.
Aaron, I know you're from Kentucky. You know what ducks eat.
We fed them saltine crackers is what we would feed them. But anyway, okay. Wow, what a question. That's a good one. Okay, we're going to go into the maps. I would have never thought of that, Connie, but that will definitely go into my arsenal.
Yeah, you think of what a GPS system will cost you. This has a GPS built in.
Let me show you this GPS. It's a really nice one. So I'll just go to Maps here. Okay, so right now I'm in Maps, and I'm going to say, okay, let's just find, this will take us right where we are right now. So we're going to go to, okay. Now we're right in St. Petersburg, but maybe I want to go somewhere else. Maybe you want to see Times Square or the Eiffel Tower. Let's try Times Square. Again, this has voice recognition, so I'll just press the little voice thing. Times Square, New York. So it's going to think about it for a minute. Look, it said Times Square, New York. Check it out. It pulled up none other than Times Square, New York. You want to see the buildings better? I can zoom in. You can, I mean, literally, check it out. You can see the individual buildings in Times Square. Oh, I mean, this thing is amazing. And then, of course, if you want to go back to St. Petersburg, go exactly where you are at that point. You can always go back there. And you have different views as well. You can look at different layers. So you can, oops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get rid of the satellite view and just look at the terrain view. So now we just have the terrain view of where we are. Another cool thing that's very convenient is if you want to look for places near where you are. So if you want a restaurant near where you are right now, it'll search for restaurants. Look, and there it's going to tell me all the restaurants where I can go. It'll show me on the map where all the restaurants are. This thing is loaded. I mean, from nuts to bolts. It's
loaded, and it is the lowest price Acer 10-inch tablet we've ever offered. So it has more features built in, but at the lowest price ever. But it is the final scheduled presentation, folks. It's under $100 on FlexPay. Again, under $100 on FlexPay to get it home, and final few remaining. If you have been waiting for a tablet, you've waited for the right one. Because quite honestly, again, you could spend double this, and you would get one that didn't play flash video. You could pay double the price of this, and you'd get one that only had the memory that you actually purchased on it. Meaning that once that memory was full, you start deleting things. How are you going to decide which videos to delete or which pictures to delete? You don't have to worry about that it anymore, because now if you fill up the memory on this, you can expand it as many times as you want. You just buy the additional SD cards and you expand your memory. But Aaron's going to show us more, but I do want to remind you folks, built-in camera, built-in GPS, it weighs just about 1.5 pounds, 7-hour battery life, which is beyond huge, and dual-core processor. So this really can take the place of your laptop. And it really does so much for you. And I want to remind you, too, the apps included, $163 worth of apps and 4 flexible payments, meaning you get it home for under $100. And VIP financing on this as well, so make sure you ask about that.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. That's another additional thing. You want to do your MP3s on here. You want to listen to your music on here. One thing I haven't shown you is Quick Office. Remember, only at HSN. Only at HSN are we including the Quick Office, which allows you to create, edit, and view your Microsoft Word documents, your Excel documents. This is a big deal. You would spend a lot of money, I guarantee you, for Quick Office, you know, all by itself, to be able to do, look, like you can insert rows, insert columns, delete rows, basically all the things you can do, you know, on a small Excel program. Open a file, save a file. It means all of a sudden that your device is not just for play. I mean, it's wonderful for watching movies. It's wonderful for watching Netflix, which you're going to see here in just a minute. But for work, for really accomplishing things on the go. And again, that's why people buy tablets. If you've heard about the tablet craze and you've thought, what's the big deal? The big deal is that you basically have a computer that weighs 1.5 pounds, that is as thin, I mean, it's about as thin as a dime. It is super thin, less than an inch, and that has a 7-hour battery life. So, you know, when you get on the planes, trains, and automobiles, wherever you're headed, it is so convenient to take this with you, and the vast majority of things that you do on a computer, you're going to be able to do. This is really cool and exclusive to Acer. This is that graphic user interface that only Acer has, which shows you over on the right side. These are some recent programs that I've used or that I've chose to have in this bar. There's Facebook, there's Wikipedia, there's some of those things. Here's my setting, my gallery, my browser. I can go to all those things quickly. I can even take a screenshot of whatever is on the whatever's on the tablet at a given time. These things are cool. I mean, these things are important. And then, of course, I want to go back to any of my websites. I want to go back to HSN, or if I want to search for a certain website, I can pull up a keyboard to do so at any time, or I can use my voice to search for things as well. Just one thing I want to...
keyboard, too. Think of how easy... Yeah,
it's a good-sized keyboard. It's a good-sized keyboard because this, you know, you might have noticed, this is sort of like a widescreen tablet. I mean, there's a couple different ways that you could do a 10-inch tablet in terms of the diagonal size of it. This is a wider screen than some of the others I've seen.
Aaron, we have 2 minutes left to shop and only a couple hundred of these left. So over 1,200 people have said yes to it. We have a couple hundred remaining, but final chance to shop on this. This is the last presentation. Last time you'll have the opportunity to get this at under $100 on your charge card. And again, this is a huge upgrade. This is so much more than you expect to get normally in a tablet. Aaron's going to show us the final couple things and then review all of the reasons that we want this one. Hopefully you can get one before it's officially gone.
Yeah, you know, if you guys want a really nice thing about this, if you're into an e-reader, if you've been thinking about buying an e-reader, you've got an e-reader built into here. You could download the Kindle application, but it also has its own e-reader that's built in. This is just loading a book right now. So easy to go from page to page to page, and especially when it's that large. Another thing that's really nice about these e-readers is the fact that you can do things like change the size of the font. So it's really easy to change. Here we go. Here's my font size. I can make my font size larger at any point, which is really nice. I can change the theme. So right now I'm in day theme, but if I go to night theme, it will make the background dark, which is actually the way that I prefer to read. That's the way I read on my e-reader all the time. When you start considering everything that this has in one package, the price is out of this world. And I do love, and I will remind you, Android 4.0. I love that you're able to buy at the beginning of the technology curve, but not pay more for